Good morning, yogis. Let's start the day right by coming into a thunderbolt position, sitting back on your heels for a fun somatic yoga morning routine. If it doesn't feel comfortable sitting on your heels, you can always use a block between the thighs or come to sit cross-legged. Hands come to rest on your thighs and give yourself a few rounds of breath here to land in this posture. Gaze may soften or perhaps eyes even close. As you draw your spine tall and upright, you may even lean slightly back in space so shoulders stack over hips. Do your best to match your inhales to your exhales so they're of equal length. An invitation to bring your palms back closer to your hip creases. As you inhale, rub your palms down your thighs towards your knees. And as you exhale, draw the palms back up towards your hip creases. Continue this, keeping the pressure as soft or as firm as feels comforting this morning. Matching breath with movement and soothing yourself before you really begin your day. On your next inhale, come forward into a tabletop position, moving any props off to the side. Inhale into cow pose, heart and gaze look forward. Exhale into cat, round the spine and dip your sit bones back towards your heels. It's okay if they don't touch. Inhale to float back into cow, arching the back, top of head and tailbone to sky. Exhale, round as much as you can and then dip sit bones back like you're trying to get the sit bones to touch the heels. Inhale to rock forward. Find if the shoulders come past the wrists. Exhale to round and rock back, flowing cat-cow. Inhale, coming back to center and neutral spine. I encourage you to widen your knees slightly here towards the edges of your mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, just the right arm drifts behind you like it's brushing the outer right hip. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and forward as you dip your sit bones back, so hip and arm are reaching away from each other. Coming back through center, right arm sweeps back towards outside of right hip. Inhale, fingertips and sit bones move away from each other, almost like you're creating a giant arch or rainbow with the right hand side. Exhale to drift back. Once more, just like this. Inhale the right arm all the way back up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Reach your right arm under your torso. Come to land on the outside of right arm. Take a pause here before you do anything else. And allow your hips to gently sway or rock from side to side. Seeing if there's any little bits of your body this morning that are really craving this soothing movement. And then option to reach your left arm up towards the sky and make some circles with the wrist, really spreading the fingers wide and drawing them into a fist and changing direction. You may even wish to start to drift the left arm behind you, bending into the elbow, behind your low back. Exhale to release your left hand back in front of your face if it was behind you. Inhale to reach right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, both hands land on the mat. Second side, left arm reaches up. And exhale, drift your left arm long by your side. Inhale, bottom dips back as left arm sweeps forward, create length. Exhale, like you're pulling everything back to center. Left arm drifts back to the outside of left hip. Inhale, full extension. How far can you reach your left fingertips? Exhale to neutral. Inhale, expand. Exhale, come back. Just the left arm inhales as it reaches. Exhale to thread. Reach left fingertips as far towards the right edge of your mat and past. Settle in. On this side too, find that rocking movement with the hips. This can be really subtle. It does not have to be a big movement. It's just an opportunity to explore, to play. And if you did on the first side, I encourage you on the second to reach your right arm up towards the sky and find circles into the right wrist. Changing directions. And maybe right arm reaches behind low back as right shoulder draws back in space. Place your right hand back in front of your face. Push into the mat so you can re-extend left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Tuck your toes, find downward facing dog. Take any petals of the legs here you may need, or coming up high onto your toes, dropping heels towards the mat, a wiggle of the hips. How do you want to wake up? And coming to stillness, have a generous bend in your knees as heart melts towards thighs. And then bounce here. Think about lifting your hips up and down, being light in your toes, heels are off the ground, a little bounce. Embrace the jiggles and the wiggles that are probably happening. Almost like you're kind of shaking off whatever you don't need to start your day on a blank slate. 2 more breaths. And then stop the bounce, come up high onto your toes, big bend into your knees, look forward. Take a stroll all the way towards the top of the mat. Grab hold of your elbows, allow yourself a few gentle sways from side to side. And release fingertips back down to the mat. Slowly begin your roll all the way up to stand into Tadasana. Once you reach the top, start to reach your arms out to the side, but drawing your arms wide, fingertips spread wide, and then create fists at the same time as you are reaching your arms out and up. How far can you spread your fingers and then pull them in all the way to the top? Palms touch, draw your hands towards your heart center. Inhale, arms sweep out to the side and up. Right hand grabs hold of left wrist. Pull yourself up and over towards the right side bend. No pause here. Keep bending as deep as you can until you can't no more. You start to round forward, coming through a forward fold before moving towards the other side and coming all the way back up the left-hand side. Sundials. Inhale to reach up and over, side bend towards the right. Exhale, almost like you're collapsing in on yourself as you move through the forward fold and back up the other side. Once you reach the top, both arms reach up towards the sky. And exhale, release your arms by your sides. Start to shake your right leg like you're flicking off some dirty water or some mud. Little shake. And then over to the left leg. Shake into the right arm, maybe reaching it up and over to the side. The wrist is limp. And left arm. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Top of head reaches towards front of room. Exhale to bow over your legs. Step your left foot back, left knee kisses the mat, low lunge, hands come to rest on your thighs. Chest is proud, heart and head both reach up. And gentle pressure into your palms to help you continue to lift. Take a bit of movement here by gently pulsing into your lunge and out. This can be as small or as big as you'd like. Noticing how it feels in your left hip flexor, the front of the hip, and into your outer right hip. How deep or shallow do you want this lunge to be today? This inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, bow forward, strain right leg, half splits. Hands come to frame your front leg, option for blocks under the hands here. Inhale, think of coming into a cow pose while you're in half splits. So heart and head gaze forward. And exhale to round, really push your hands into the mat or block. Twice more, inhale to open, tailbone sticks behind you. Exhale to round. Beautiful. Final time. Inhale, rebend into your front leg, and then step your right knee back so you end up in a tabletop position. Draw your left knee forward and slightly to the right so it's directly underneath your torso, and step your right knee behind your left so your legs are crossed. Then start to draw circles with your hips here, really stretching into the outer hips. Again, you get to choose your depth, making the circles as big or as small as you would like. As you make circles, it's almost like you're trying to scrape the inside of a barrel. Stop the circles, widen your heels away from each other towards the edges of your mat, and sit back. Sit bones come to land between your heels. Uncross your legs, right leg extends long, left sole of foot to the inside of right leg. Plant your hands to the outside of your thighs, and as you inhale, dip your heart forward towards your thigh. Exhale to round back out of it. Inhale, let your heart lead you forward. Exhale, round out. Once more with your breath. This inhale, bow down and hold. Palms may face into the mat or they may shine up towards the sky. An option, a gently sway from side to side here or hold in stillness. Hands into the mat help you walk back upright. And swing your legs over to either side, coming back through a table into downward facing dog. Inhale high to toes. Exhale, big bend into your knees. Walk or step forward to top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, dip forward. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Arms out to side, fingers open and close as you come all the way up. Exhale, palms come to touch, hands to heart. Inhale, re-sweep arms towards the sky. This time, left hand grabs hold of right wrist, reach up and over, side bend to the left, as deep as you can get. And exhale to round, dip through, forward fold, and back up through the right. Really pushing into all parts of your foot to keep your foundation firm as you come back up and over one more time. Inhale back to center and exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to melt. Plant your hands, step your right foot back, low lunge. Peel your chest up and away from your thigh. Hands come to stack on your left thigh. Reaching top of head to the sky. Find little pulses here, dipping and slightly pulling back in this lunge. This inhale, sweep your arms forward and up. And exhale, shift your hips back, half splits, hands to mat or blocks. Inhale, think cow pose, top of head and tailbone pull back. Exhale to round as much as you can. Even if you feel a little bit limited in mobility here, do the best that you can to inhale to cow. And exhale to round to cat. Once more. Rebending into your left knee and then stepping left knee back, tabletop. Right knee drifts forward and in, so left knee steps behind, finding circles in the opposite direction this time with your hips. Coming back to maybe that barrel visual, like you're scraping the insides, cleaning the barrel, trying to reach all areas of this circle. Pausing the circles, widening the heels, and sitting back. Moving through shoelace just for a breath. Lengthen your left leg long. Draw the inside of your right or the base of your right foot to the inside of left thigh. Hands frame your leg. Inhale tall. Exhale to round. Inhale, come back upright. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, lead with your heart as you dive forward to any depth. Once more. Back upright. And this time, melt forward and hold. Send your breath into your low back. And maybe a bit more swaying is needed or craved here to open the low back. Helping yourself walk back upright. Soles of feet to the mat. Scoot your bum forwards. You can come down onto your elbows and then fully down onto your back. Draw your heels towards your sit bones and create little robot arms. So the back of your arms from your elbow up are pressing into the mat. Inhale, scoop your hips up, bridge pose. And at the top here, start to wiggle your hips from side to side, almost like you're doing the samba. Or you can think of it as like scooping ice cream. The right hip scoops down and up, then the left. Like you're creating figure eights. And over the next 2 to 3 rounds of breath, continue this movement as you slowly lower your spine all the way down, flush with the mat. And extend your legs long and your arms out far from your sides into your final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Take a deep inhale in, filling the torso. And a big sigh out, expel the breath. Let your breath be soft, your mind be open, your body to release. Begin to draw movement back into the body, starting with the fingers and the toes, followed by the ankles and the wrists. And take a big stretch. Toes and fingertips reach away from each other. Sigh it out as you release. Draw your knees towards your chest. On your own time, make your way to lying on your right hand side in fetal position. Take your time as you push yourself up into a comfortable seat. We'll meet with our hands in prayer at our heart centers. Bow your head so your third eye meets your fingertips. And thank yourself for showing up on the mat today, for doing this act of self-love for your mind, body, and your soul. Lift your head back up. May you feel kind words. May you speak kind words. May you think kind words. Together, we bow forward and say thank you.
Yoga feels great, but sometimes it doesn't feel like it's enough. Insecurities, self-doubt, frustration, and anxiety still happen daily, and you wonder how yoga is supposed to help you get through these roadblocks when you're not on your mat. The secret? Your confidence. Uncover your courage and confidence by joining me for private, tailored yoga and coaching sessions that are practical so you can feel your life transform from the inside out.